Hello everyone, welcome to another Guest Internet instructional video. Today I'm going to continue explaining the advanced settings on the Guest Internet controller. But before I start, I just want to remind you that if you're going to configure a Guest Internet product, first download the configuration guide. This tells you how to connect the product, how to go through the setup wizard to configure the product, and then also it tells you how to log in as the administrator. Okay, so that's three very important steps that are explained in the configuration guide. The configuration guide also explains other things, for example, how to generate access codes, how to print vouchers. So it's a very good document to read before you start. Okay, if you try to configure the products without reading this document, you might get stuck. So please read the document first. Now, when you log in as the administrator, the first thing you see is the system information page, which is shown on your screen here. Now, we've been through the status settings, the management settings. Now we're on the advanced settings. And the setting today I'm going to explain to you is the allowed IP list. This is quite a powerful feature. It's used a lot by our customers. What it allows you to do is to provide people access to websites, even though they haven't logged in. So even if they just see the login page, they can still access the websites that you allow them to. And we can specify either the domain name, or we can specify the IP address of the server. The choice is yours, domain name or IP address. And we make this also easy because you can put a description in here explaining what the website is for. And we can add up to 100 of these websites by simply clicking this. So this feature is used in many situations. For example, hotels may want to give guests a code to log in, but they may allow the guests free access to airline reservation systems so that people, even though they're not able to check into the Wi-Fi, they can still check on flight times. So that's one of the applications. Another application is businesses that want to allow access only to specific websites. For example, we have churches that use guest internet controllers for Bible study, and they don't allow access to the internet using a code or agreeing to the terms and conditions. They put a custom login page with buttons, and each button corresponds to a website. And so you can click one of the buttons to go to that website, and that's the only part of the internet you have access to. Also, anybody who's developing a custom login page will use this feature, because if you develop a custom login page, let's say you take your website and then use the HTML code and the CSS in order to develop the login page, which is a very common thing for people to do. You might want to use the same code that you're using on your server and then pull down the images from your server. And so you would want to put the domain name here so that your custom login page can pull images from your server. Okay, so that's another application. So we have a lot of information in the product manual that explains how to use this feature. So please go to our website, guestinternet.com. Button on the top right is to download the manual. It's available in English and Spanish. Download the manual, read about this feature, because it's a feature that you're going to use a lot when you're configuring and using Guest Internet products. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this was informative for you. See more videos in this series, because we're going to continue explaining the Guest Internet features. So thanks again, and see you next time.